Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for Spawn Armageddon. So dear viewer, if you don't mind, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. So, Spawn Armageddon originally released in 2003, a year I remember fondly as the year I took the Marilyn Manson song, "Use Your Fist and Not Your Mouth," a little bit too literally. My father was not impressed. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Spawn Armageddon. And as you can probably guess, this is inspired by the comic book series of the same bloody name, as in Spawn. There might be a comic book called Spawn Armageddon, I have absolutely no bloody idea. Anyway, what are you going to be doing in this game? I'm so glad you asked, dear viewer. So, you're going to be controlling Spawn, you're going to be fighting enemies, you're going to be finding power-ups, you're going to be doing some awkward platforming, you're going to be gliding across rooftops, you're going to be fighting bosses, some of which you might recognize from the comic book series and or the movie. If you've been fortunate enough to see the Spawn movie, it's rather good. I highly recommend it. Where's the remake, goddammit? Anyway, now for being an early 2000s PlayStation 2 game, this game doesn't look the best, doesn't play the best, doesn't sound the best. But actually, all things considered, this is a pretty damn good Spawn game. In fact, this might be the best Spawn game. Although there aren't many of them. There's that PS1 dreadful game. There's that Super Nintendo one from the early 1990s, which is rather good. But we're not here to talk about those games. We're talking about Spawn Armageddon, and this is a pretty good time on the PlayStation 2, so if you still have a PlayStation 2, or you can get your hands on a PlayStation 2, or you have an emulator and a ROM for this game, I think I'm using the right terminology there, and you like Spawn, then I highly recommend this game. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and think that Spawn is something that comes out of a pregnant mother, then maybe avoid this game. So there you have it, my totally not improvised review for Spawn Armageddon. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.